So, what time is it? It's sketchbook time. But sadly not watching sketchbooks. So, as you may have seen by a previous video, I am inundated with old drawings. Example. This pile is give or take that thick, and I've got a lot more. So, if you saw my last little video about sketchbooks, then you'll know that I am cutting down everything. So, all the old drawings like this and well, all the old stuff, I'm trimming it down, sticking it into a big sketchbook, and then it's going to get rid of all of this because this is double the size of like this sketchbook, and this is a 600 pager. So it's just tidying up, clearing out some drawers, and it also means that I can get to resources when I want to. If I want to find sketches, I just pull out a sketchbook, and it's a bit more fun. These sketches are old works, probably about 15 years old, or they're stuff that isn't good enough to be in my portfolio, or I want to keep for reference material. So, for example, this little guy, it was a very, very rough experimentation with greys and beige Copic markers and then beige pens all over it. It's not good enough for my portfolio, but the things that I learnt from the colour matching, I could really come in and look at, and then from this rough sketch, I can advance and learn from it. So I just want to keep that for reference. And old cartoon pages and just old designs. So this is all going to be trimmed down, neat and tidy, and then chucked in. Yeah. And hopefully I've got enough pages. So let's crack on. For this exercise, all I'm literally using is the sketchbook, a pair of scissors, any size will do. I'll be swapping between big ones and little ones, and a decent glue stick. I would say go for a decent one because in years to come, if you use cheap glue, you can get yellowing and staining on the paper if it's got too much acid in, because glues can have higher acid levels, and I wouldn't really recommend double-sided tape because that again it would discolour the paper, and it is a right pain in the backside. So a decent quality Pritt stick, and you're only adding a little bit of this. You're literally just wanting the pages to stay in there. If they fall out in a couple of weeks or months or years, it doesn't matter, you can just gently do the edges and stick it back in. So time to chop. So I hope this is helping you see the difference of the big pile of paper cut down, then put into the book, how that's helping just clean up my artwork. So that way I've still got my old artwork, but it's just all contained. So I'm hoping this is going to help inspire you guys to have a think about your drawings when you've got ones that you did years ago but you're still a little bit proud of. Put them in a special folder. When you've got drawings that are really rough and maybe not your best work, it doesn't hurt, because you can go back to them, you can redraw them, you can learn by redrawing. It's brilliant. So I have this stuff in here. I will literally at some point or other, when I'm lacking, when I've got artist block, I'll just come over, open this up, and I think, I like that design, but I don't like the colour, or I want more detail in it. The anatomy is wrong. I'll really pick at it and decide to redraw it and do it better. And that's the good thing about doing this, is that when you put your old scrappy bits and the bits that don't really matter in a sense into a scrapbook or sketchbook if you like, then they become your inspiration. So when you're stuck with an artist block, you just pick up your sketchbook and it's like, well, 10 years ago I drew that. Hey, I reckon I could draw that better. I can turn it around. I can draw it in 3 dimensions instead of 2D. And so you get your inspiration, you get your artist mind going, and it will help. So I hope that has inspired you guys to have a go. Just tidying up, get the piles of paper reduced down a bit, you know, make it easier to work with. So till next time, All the best and happy drawing to you all.